So today's menu, I'm shooting a video about sushi, but moreover, I am showing you guys how to build a portfolio and get some clients in the process. I'm gonna need this as well.
But I wanna get you to try being creative.
Now, a YouTube buddy posted something on Instagram that really got my wheels turning, and I never really dabbled into food photography that much. So for me, it's a really good chance to, well, earn some new skills and as well get a little bit of a portfolio running. Also, I wanted to show you how I did this from start to finish, so you guys don't have any bullshit excuse anymore not to start. Now, before we can shoot, we need to start with finding a restaurant. Now, I'm going for Sushi Point in Ghent. First and foremost, I don't have any experience in this. I want to be building my portfolio. So I recommend that you start with local places that you know or they know you. Use the connections that you already have. Sushi Point is one of those connections. Also, I am ordering the sushi and paying for the sushi. So there's no sponsorship whatsoever in this video. Even though you have no experience in this and getting new clients, this is really how you start the grind and start building the portfolio to get the clients. Okay, so before I talk to them, I already did some homework. I made a Pinterest board where I put a lot of pictures in that really matched the style that was going for with this photo shoot. And then from that, I gathered the best ones into a small PDF that was, well, a mood board, but as well showed some props, stuff that I have laying around because, well, guess what? It's still lockdown. I have to do it with everything that I have laying around this place. It looks professional. You know what you're talking about. They were totally on board. That's the magic of making a mood board in advance and as well having the connection with them at first. I just ordered a bunch of sushi. Also, no tuna, guys. No tuna. Sushi has arrived. So what I have here to help you guys see what I'm shooting is I attached the GoPro onto the back of the Sony A7 III. So firstly, I'm gonna open up all the sushi, make sure I have all the props out so I can mix and match and see what we're going to do. And then secondly, I have a shot list that I made depending on those images that I already saw in the mood board. I'm using also a lot of natural light. Other than that, I'm just gonna go and start because I ordered a bunch of sushi and I don't want to let it go to waste. Challenge accepted. Trial and error, trial and error. I need to move quick because the avocado is starting to go brown. Yeah, you gotta use what you have for shoots like these. Noise. I just finished everything. Light is getting really dim. So I couldn't show you all of this stuff, but I think I have some really nice pictures in here. Now the next step is editing, so I'll see you there. But first, I need one of these. Oh my God. Okay guys, so I fast forward a bit. We're a few days later, and now I'm going to edit the images. Now, I already made a few selects. Coming from 900 images, yeah, we took a lot of pictures, going, I think, roughly around 100. So there's a little bit of fine tuning in the selects to do, but it's a good start. Now, I did take a lot of variety of images for these different sushi rolls, just for them to have a lot of options when they're going on their social media. But as well, a friend of mine, she is doing the website. So I just made sure that she has enough material to work with. As per usual, made some editing juice, because otherwise I won't survive this. Now we dive in the editing. Now you've already seen a few pictures pop up throughout the video. What I wanted to show you are just a few things, a few tips and tricks instead of the whole edits, because otherwise it will be just too long and too boring. If you make a mood board or a treatment, Using it before you start will make sure that your whole photo set is actually more similar. And as well, if you're working with a client, most of the times they already have somewhat of a reference that is in their brand style and just you need to follow anyway. There are a few images within my mood boards which are a little bit wooden earth tones somewhat, and they use concrete. And it's basically what I've been using for the past shoot. That's what I'm going for. And as well, they are looking a little bit vintage, and I just love vintage nowadays. So that's also part 2. So let me pull this image up. Not only the blacks are faded, I also faded a little bit within, I think, the highlights. If you go to the tone curve, normally you would make an S curve. I start out with that, but then between the mid-tones and the highlights and the whites, I pull down a little bit, which makes it this kind of curve. What it does is that it flattens the image between certain highlights, which makes it have that pure vintage look. Be very mindful of how much you do that. And as well, it doesn't work on every image. It mostly works great with images that have a lot of whites and a lot of highlights in there specifically. The third part is the overall look and feel. Now this is sushi, and you have the salmon, you have the mango, you have avocado. So there's a lot of bright colors. I try to keep the colors pretty representative of how the food looks. As well, something that I just love to do here, because we're going vintage, is add a little bit of grain. I really like the difference between having a little bit of grain within your highlights, within your whites, if you're looking at this, for example, on Instagram. So you have the whole white UI, your images pop out a lot better. Now I'm gonna do a quick swipe of most images, and now it's just sending them to the people from Sushi Point, and I hope that they're gonna be really happy with this. Anyway guys, if you have any ideas or requests for the new creator quests, wow, that's special, leave them in the comments below, and otherwise I will see you in the next one. We're all about the creativity.